Now
yeah,
you're adding on a lot more aggressively than I am, which
yeah,
is fine. That I'm not knocking that at all. In fact, I envy it because I think I gotta get more focused here. Because you'll
yeah,
call out a
yeah,
trade. Oh yeah, there was one there, wasn't there? Because
yeah,
and when I'm not trading in front of the group or behind the scenes in the group, I tend
yeah.
to have a few extra add-ons than I normally do. But the
Ah, yeah,
the
yeah,
the thing is
yeah.
that your focus is so laser
It's
sharp. It's just amazing. And
you ask my partner Breda here. She'll come in sometimes with a cup of coffee to me. I'm in the room on my own because I've always enjoyed working as part of a team. I
hmm
don't mind. I love that, right?
right,
But I've always worked best on my own. I can be part of a team on my own. I
right.
can do a load of work when I'm on my own. I get in a zone and I stay in that zone. Rita walks in, she give me a cup of coffee. The zone is gone. I don't ask me what I've just been doing, right?
Right.
Honest to God, I was in a zone, and I struggle to get back into it immediately. Some people can just get back into it immediately. I can't. I've got to stop then for a couple of minutes because when I go at it, I go at it hard.
No, I feel that. I do that exact same thing, and I think
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah,
a not to be a play on words here. We're talking about, the forum's going to be or the workshop's going to be talking about zone trading, but
all
you
right.
just talked about being in a zone as a trader, and so you're
Yeah,
a mental
yeah,
zone, an emotional
yeah.
zone.
That's it.
Yes,
That's the one.
you
That's the
go
one.
into some like
Yeah,
if my wife comes and opens the door, and you guys probably hear the sliding glass door. It's a really noisy door. I want to replace it for something different, but
I,
she'll open it and I'm like, ugh, it scares me out of it. And it takes a
mm,
minute or two of
yeah,
serious concentration
yeah,
to get
yeah.
back into the zone. And so I
And
actually have to
sometimes
get up, walk around for a minute,
exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. Yeah,
decompress, and then come
yeah,
back and just
yeah,
shut everything out. I'll mute. I'll only put the headset on my head for a minute or two, just because I've got to
yeah,
get bearings. So hopefully, if someone says, "Hey, Jed, are you there?" and I don't answer, it's because I'm trying to get back into the zone,
yeah.
or I've muted myself because I may be doing I may be listening to a song or something to kind of get me back into that energy that I needed to get into.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
different ways to do it. I mean, everybody has to find their
Everybody's
own niche,
different.
but
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
is a process of being in a zone and then
yeah.
looking for zones in the market. So,
Right.
but I appreciate what you've been doing and the input and feedback you're sharing with everybody and the fact that you're just following the system and it's working the way that it was designed is
Yeah,
just really exciting and to see that others are doing that too. So I guess the invite here is that just everybody would take to heart what's being said in this little interview. We've been talking for, well, total of 20 minutes roughly, maybe 30 minutes. But there's a lot of information here that people can really glean from, and it's not hard to take the tools and work with them. It takes discipline to get the confidence to do it and to find the focus. Most of the work for a trader is not pushing the button to open or close a trade. It's managing the emotion inside the trader. It's
yeah,
controlling the focus. It's controlling the attention. We're in a society where information comes at us so fast that I think in
yeah,
general
yeah,
our attention spans as a
yeah.
globe has
Oh
globally
God.
has just diminished immensely. I remember my grandparents talking about attending church meetings for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours on a Sunday,
Yeah,
and most most meetings now are 1, 2 hours tops, and then they're sending you home. It's
yeah,
that's a weird analogy, but the whole point is that I think attention spans in general are slowing down or diminishing, and
yeah,
it's learning how to focus. And I think it's conditional because of the environments we're in. We're in a fast-paced environment. We got
yeah.
internet, we got faster vehicles, we've got
Oh yeah.
data
Oh God.
flying at us at
Yeah,
breakneck speed every
yeah. I
day.
can't keep up with it. Yeah,
And so,
yeah, yeah,
trying to decipher everything and just
yeah,
focus in and hone in on one thing, sometimes you have to learn how to shut out the noise.
yeah,
And I think that's where being in a positive environment, and I hope that the PIP clubs are helping people find that focus. I mean, we can
yeah,
get off on tangents and joke and stuff, and maybe that's helpful, maybe it's not.
yeah,
For some people, it helps them because we can help them relax. Other people, they just kind of zone it out. And the value of being in an environment where everybody's thinking the same way really helps bring it to a point where we
yeah.
can address issues as they come up. just real quick, hey, this is the reason why, or hey, this, we even heard Kirk talk today about how he just got distracted.
Yeah.
And because he's
Yeah.
doing so much in those
I don't know how he does
rooms,
it. Just don't know how he
I'm
does it.
amazed he can take the trades he does take
Yeah.
in the
Incredible.
sessions. Because I know
Like
when he
just
trades when he's by himself,
yeah.
holy cow, just
Yeah.
get out of his way,
Electrifying.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he just, and it may look like he's not doing much or just standing still in those forums, but he's doing a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Yeah. Oh God, I know.
kudos
Yeah.
to him for doing that. But
Yeah. Big time.
the group is, we just want more people that are just able to see that and be a part of the vision of it all.
Okay. Well, I'm delighted to be part of that group in any way, and if there's anything that I can do, that you think that I can do to help you in any way, or anybody else for that matter, then just let me know. And if it's in my power to do it, it will be done. No questions asked.
Fantastic. Well, you're a great man, John. I appreciate it, and I really am glad
No
for
problem.
not just the
Yeah.
professional environment we find ourselves in, but I consider you a friend. And,
Absolutely. We're all family here now.
And the day I do
Yeah.
come to Ireland, please don't go to Hawaii. We can go to Hawaii together so we can see Pohai.
Yeah, you come down here and pick me up and we'll head off.
Okay, sounds good.
Just whilst we've been talking, I just got closed out of a few trades.
Nice.
Yeah. Just one pair. Again, the Euro Yen. Again, the 15.51. Since the Pip Club closed today, 102 pips.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Hit the take profit.
Now, I hate to ask this question, but how many pips have you taken this whole week? Have you calculated for the whole week yet?
About 1,000.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I mean, not in a bad way.
So it's over. I've averaged since you put up on the Pip goal. You
Yeah.
got to have a goal, right?
Yeah.
And since then to now, I've averaged over 1,000 pips a week.
Nice.
That's net. I've had a few losses as well, obviously,
Right.
but that's included in that.
Yeah, I want
So-
people to understand there's losses taking place. This isn't all pie in the sky.
Sure,
this
yeah.
is
Yeah,
real
yeah,
life,
yeah.
raw data. He's doing it. I'm doing it. I'm
Yeah.
netting right around 650, between 650 and about 850 right now. I'm a little bit behind you
Incredible.
for the week, but
That's
that's not
incredible.
the point. It's not a race or a competition at all. I don't want to make it sound like that.
No.
All I
but-
know is that trading with the group I get more done because as a trader because there's more sets of eyes talking about the same things.
Sure.
And that's what really makes
Yeah,
it fun.
we're talking the same language. We know.
My goal is I set out a really lofty goal. I mean, I shot it way out there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing that yet, but I was saying, I want to shoot for that, and I said 300 pips a day. Now I'm doing between 100 and about 225 right now on average. So I'm not
incredible.
quite where I want to be, but it's a goal. It's not so, okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to reach it, and I want it to be easy. I want it to be hard. I want it to be something that I'm going to really focus and pay attention to. So, but
Yeah,
you are an inspiration to a lot of people. And I know you aren't, but I know you're humble about it, and I know you're just, hey, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do here. I'm just following the system, and I guess that's a takeaway.
That's exactly what it is. No more. It is no less. There is no frills on it. There's no big fancy anything attached to this, right? I'm just doing what I've been taught to do. Nothing else.
And that's
And you guys,
all people
you
need to
guys
know.
have taught me. Yeah, it's all. You guys have taught me. Nobody else has taught me. Gee, nobody else has taught. You guys have taught me. Okay, I made a load of mistakes. You still kept teaching me. You kicked my butt when I needed it. And I came back for more, and you kicked it again. And then when I finally had it kicked enough, I thought, right, okay. And it's that simple. There's nothing. This is not rocket science. But it's honest, and you can quote me on this to anybody. This is honest. You're honest. The people in the forum are honest. Everybody in the group is honest, down to earth. You've got Clark, you've got Ken, you've got Alberto, Pohai, Monica, all the gang, right? All willing to help each other.
Yep.
All willing to help out in an altruistic way, which is fantastic.
Right. You couldn't ask for a better environment.
No, you couldn't. And it's genuine, and it works. it works. This system works.
Yep.
And you can literally quote me on that to anybody. Anybody contact me in this regard, and they will hear the same thing. It works.
Well, and you're proof, and that's what's cool.
Okay, well,
That's
it
what's cool.
definitely works. Definitely works.
But
Definitely works.
it's funny because I had somebody say to me the other day. They said, "You know what? I've seen a lot of different programs. I've been pitched by a lot of different people. You
Yeah,
guys really are hard to get a pitch out of." And I says, "Well, we just tell our story." And he
yeah.
says, "Well, you know, I need to tell you this." And then he pauses for a second. He says, "Well, this may sound like an insult, but it's actually a compliment." I said, "Go
Yeah.
ahead." He says, "You
Well,
guys are not the most flamboyant people out there."
yeah,
I
yeah.
say, thank you. I appreciate that because I
Absolutely
don't.
under the radar.
I'm not
No,
fancy. Good
no.
grief, I'm a farm boy. Just
Yeah.
I live on a
I,
little farm, and I don't
but you
have
work
to have a
hard.
lot.
You work hard. You work hard. You have a farmer's mentality to work.
Yeah, it's just,
Got
and
to
that's
work hard.
just what you do. I put in
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
work.
long hours getting
Yeah,
done everything I want to do each day.
yeah,
Notice the
yeah,
term I use. I use want to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Um, Anybody can get to that point where it's just, hey, I'm just going to do what I
Yeah, you got to
enjoy
put the
doing.
time in. You
But
got to put the time in.
you
Yeah,
have to
you
do. You
don't
have
put
to
the time in.
commit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you have to focus, and you have to put in
And
the
and and
the
and here's
hours.
another thing. Here's another thing. Isn't it amazing? When you put the time in doing something that you enjoy, right? Even though, like, you might be trading, say, like a demo account, and you haven't got the real money rewards yet, or whatever, right? Stay at it. Stay at it. Stay at it. Stay at it. And whilst you're doing all that, suddenly, out of nowhere, some money will come to you to trade with, and you won't know where it's coming from, but it'll just arrive.
Oh yeah,
It's
it,
incredible.
it's amazing how
Oh man.
just doing. And this is something
Yeah,
that Kirk always
yeah,
taught me growing up. He used to say, just if you're not getting what you want in life, just start doing something, and that will come.
yeah,
You know, I remember
yeah,
him saying,
yeah,
so what? You're trying to. This is back in the day when we had a different business we were working in. He'd say, so you're still working on that big account, closing that big account. Fine, but don't just sit around and wait for it. Go out and find 20 or 30 small accounts. You know,
yeah, yeah,
and that's the
yeah,
whole principle. I mean, that applies to
yeah,
anything in baseball, basketball, trading,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
crocheting,
yeah,
baking, whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Whatever it is you do. You
yeah.
just if you want something, if you want positive things to happen in your life, you just need to start doing something.
Correct. Yeah, I agree with you there.
So the invitation is for people to come do something here. I guess
Yeah, yeah. I'd
that's the
like
hope in it. So
if they would only grasp it, if people could know about it. I mean, it's a very look. The whole thing is genuine, and you know, in the forex world, there's not a whole lot genuine.
no, it's there.
This is genuine.
We've
This
been
is genuine.
around. We've been around as a company, training company since 2007. We've been trading a lot longer than that. A lot
Yeah.
prior to that. Since 1998 was the first time I started trading
Wow.
forex. But
Right.
2007 is when we finally decided, you know what, let's start teaching people.
Yeah.
And since then we've
Thank God you
seen
did.
so many companies come and go.
Yeah.
We go to conventions and you bump into some quote unquote guru,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you know how many of those I've seen come and go.
Yeah.
And not I shake hands with them. I treat them just like any other Joe Blow on the
Yeah.
street. Hey, how you doing? Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
But I always look around the room and say, how many of these people are going to be around here in 10 years?
That's
There's
it,
not
isn't
very
it?
many. There's not
No.
very
No.
many. And I'm not talking
No.
about traders that are trying to use their programs. I'm talking about the guys that have the programs
Yeah. Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
technology or
Yeah.
the program to trade or the system or the strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Incredible, isn't it? Incredible.
it's a fly by night world, and
Yeah.
it's a tough market to be in. Just
It is,
flat
huh?
out it is, and either you've
Yeah.
got the aptitude or you don't. And I don't want to sound harsh there, but the reality of it is not everybody makes it.
Yeah.
And so I guess the hope here is that we can get people to come find refuge here from that statistic. We don't want people to become that statistic. We want to help them to become actual
Yeah, well, they've got to be
successful
willing to
traders.
help themselves too. Yeah,
Right,
they've got to be
and
willing.
it
Yeah,
takes the
yeah,
mentality, and it takes focus, it takes commitment, and you know what? It takes being mechanical and just doing what the system
yeah,
says to do.
yeah.
So, Well, I sure appreciate your time, John.
Oh no, you're welcome. I reiterate, anything, anytime, anywhere,
Thank you.
not an issue.
Well, I
Okay,
sure
God
appreciate
bless.
you. Thank you. Have a good one.
Bless. You too. God bless.
God bless you too. Bye.
Bye, mate.